Hello everyone and welcome back to the second part of this Shell Live in Maranello. I have Kimi Räikkönen and Mark Chenet and a new man, Guy Lovett, the Shell Motorsports Innovation Manager for the Shell Trackside Lab team. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Kimi, still a little bit annoyed that you beat me on the simulator, but I'll get over it eventually. So, guys and Guy, rate the 2017 season for us as Ferrari as a whole. How was it for you and where do you see 2018 going?
First things first, I think it's a positive step forward when we look back at 2016. Won some races, which is great. From a fuel and lubricant perspective, it was a big success. We made some strides forward in performance. Overall, I think we have to be a little bit disappointed though, because we didn't achieve the ultimate goal.
And so for me, I'm trying to understand, what exactly is your role? Like, give us a basic kind of insight into what your job is and how Shell kind of impacts the performance.
Yeah, as Innovation Manager for Motorsport for Shell, I'm responsible for all the technical aspects behind our work with Ferrari in Formula One. Much of that is around developing fuels and lubricants for Kimi and Sebastian's cars, but then also we have a presence at every race with our trackside laboratory where we look after quality control and monitoring the performance of fuels and oils through the race weekend.
Cool. And Kimi, is there one race in 2017 that stood out for you as a highlight?
I don't think there was for me any big highlights, unfortunately, but we had some good races, and as a team, I think we work well together with all the sponsors, with Shell especially, and we all wanted more, and obviously that's the aim for next year, and we start all from zero again next year and see what we can do.
And I guess looking back, 522 points in 2017, which is the largest that you guys have scored in the new point system. Does that give you kind of hope for 2018 that maybe you'll take it a bit further?
Like I said, it's the aim, and you know what, I don't think the amount of the point matters as long as you have more than others, so that's enough. But because obviously as a Ferrari, I've been here when we won championships, both in 1 year, the next year also the team championship. So that's where we want to get back, and we cannot be happy if we finish second or third or fourth or whatever it is. So we want to win.
Back on the top step, hopefully. Mark, obviously we've got Fiorano right next to us. What is it like driving around here and testing Formula One cars?
It's special because of the atmosphere, because there is the Enzo Ferrari house, because the way the box is, that you have even heating in it, it really is. And then you've seen that was created a long time ago by Enzo Ferrari, and so many cars, all the Ferrari cars, even the road cars, they all have their debut here, So it is nice. It's also a small track, but that has even a bridge, and you go underneath the bridge. So
there's a few elevation changes as well.
There's a big elevation change. It's not super fast track, but it does the job, and we have done so many laps here. Not anymore now, because testing now doesn't allow you to use it as much as we would like to. But there's a special connection between I think myself, Ivan, and Fiorano.
And Guy, what do you do over the Christmas period? Is it just popping the turkey in the oven and that's it, or are you quite busy over this sort of lull in the F1 season?
I'd love it if that was the case, to be honest. But no, this is. Although the racing season for this year is finished, we are in the busiest period for us, really. We're full speed development for next season. We set a big standard over the last 3 seasons. Ferrari have made a big gain in performance. 23.3% of the gain of their power unit has been down to our fuels and lubricants. And so there's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation that we're able to continue that forward. So that's what the team and I are here to do in Maranello and continue to do over the coming weeks. So maybe a bit of turkey if we're lucky.
And Kimi, what about you? What will you be up to in the winter? Is it a lot of relaxation time? Is it back in the gym? When do you get back in the car? That sort of stuff?
I don't even know when we start testing.
You're not thinking about that just yet?
Yeah. So, obviously, I have a few promotions with Shell still, and then for Christmas, just stay with family and our New Year, and then obviously January start getting ready for next year, and then everything pretty much starts quite quickly, and it's all over again. So once we start, it's kind of never ending until this point next year. So it goes surprisingly fast here. So yeah, it's a normal thing for us, but obviously it's nice to get some time off.
Yeah, definitely. Right, I'm going to put all of your gentlemen's knowledge to the test now with a quiz. So no pressure. I still want to get my own back on you, Kimi, so I'm going to give you the hardest questions. Right, we're going to start with you, Mark. What year was the inaugural Formula One World Championship season?
I think 1950 or 51.
Which one? You have to decide.
50.
50, correct, smashed it. Who was the first racer, this is to you, Guy, who was the first racer to win world titles on 2 and 4 wheels?
That's easy. Personal hero, John Surtees.
Easy peasy. Okay, how many Grand Prix have you started, Kimi?
Yeah, but don't blame me if you spun off.
If
you spun off,
you're bringing it up already. You're bringing up the fact that I spun. Just about you now, Kimi.
Well, I don't know, 250 something.
Okay,
maybe.
and you can pitch in. Any other guesses?
58?
I think he'd know.
Well,
I don't know.
not.
I don't.
270. You've had more than you thought. Okay, so this is to you, Mark. How many drivers and constructors world championships have Ferrari won in partnership with Shell?
Both drivers and constructors.
Yes. So I need two numbers.
I don't know the number, but it should be something around.
Closest wins. Come on.
Yeah, 12, 14.
So which one for how many constructors?
Okay, let's go for 12.
Okay, and drivers.
And drivers, 10.
Okay.
What
Any
was
other,
It's
any other
more,
guesses?
I think.
Oh,
It's
okay,
more,
what?
but I don't.
It's actually the other way around. So
Yeah.
it's 10
Really?
constructors and 12 drivers. So I'll just pretend you got
Okay.
confused. Scuderia Ferrari is the most successful team in F1 history. How many constructors' titles does it hold?
Oh, that's for me.
That is for you, yeah.
I should 16.
Correct. How many times? See, look, I did not write these questions, but
one again.
it's all about you again, Kimi. How many times have you stood on the podium? Come on.
No, this I know more or less. Because it's an amazing
If
number.
Mark knows and
it's
you don't,
an
it's a
amazing
concern.
number.
I don't really
So many
go
times you
into,
don't
into
remember.
all the, all the numbers.
What do you think?
90?
Oh,
Yeah.
Correct?
one more. 91. Okay, so this
Close.
is to you, Mark. Kimi won the 2007 Formula One World Championship. By how many points?
1.
Correct. Guy, what race and year did Ferrari celebrate 500 Formula One races together with Shell? What year and what race?
This was a year before I started, 2012, and it was Singapore.
Oh, God, Guy, you're far too good at this. Okay, Kimi, what was the name of Ferrari's first Formula One car?
The name?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ferrari.
you're rinsing a little bit. That bit's correct, yes, yeah. It's the Ferrari 125 F1. Okay, Mark, what year did Ferrari agree a new 5-year innovation partnership with Shell?
So when did they renew, you mean?
Yeah, what year did they renew?
I think was last year or this year? Let's say last year.
Neither. Keep going back. One more.
Okay.
2015. Okay, Guy, what is the maximum amount of fuel in kilograms that can be used in each race?
This year, 105 kilograms.
Okay, I was going to say that was. I mean, if you didn't know that, it'd be.
Yeah,
You're
it's not fair, is it?
Okay.
I'm glad I got it right.
Okay, Kimi, you should get this one. In 2017, how many power units per driver could be used before penalties are applied?
5?
Was that 4? Yeah, that's correct. Mark, in Kimi's
I didn't use any extras.
That's it, you were so reliable. In Kimi's debut for Ferrari in 2007 Australia, where did he finish?
You get the easy ones.
Yeah, I'll say
Sorry,
no.
I mean,
No,
I
I
did
don't
rejig
know,
them.
but I'll say he won that year, so I'll say first.
It did, yes, it was first. Okay, Guy, in which year did Scuderia Ferrari claim its first F1 win fueled by Shell?
What did you say was the first F1?
1950.
Yeah, I feel
51
okay,
then.
this deliberation.
51.
Half a point for a deliberation.
Come on.
And finally, Kimi, what was the name of the winning driver of that race? Come on, you love your history,
Which?
apparently. Of the 1951... Nope, I would assume so, yeah, 1951 of that race. Okay, who won a race for Ferrari in that year? We'll rejig it.
I don't know.
Okay, it's
Impossible.
I mean, I'd have no idea either. It's Jose Froilan Gonzalez. Yeah, did you know that? Right, cool. Excellent. Well, that was an interesting little quiz there. But that's it. That's it for this episode of Shout Live. There's been 4 throughout the year. We've had 1 at Le Mans, 1 at the US Grand Prix, and 1 at Malaysian MotoGP, sorry, and 1 right here. And I have to thank these guys, Kimi, being a great sport. Guy, thank you very much, and also Mark for joining us as well. And that's been pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Happy Christmas, and we'll see you in 2018.